Hello, everyone, and welcome back as we dive into episode 3 of Nightfall, our ongoing Hyperborea campaign. My name is Trevor. I am the forever DM referee guy, and we're going to be continuing our story tonight. Minus one player. If you've watched our last episode, one of our players, Chris, decided not to go in the same direction as the rest of the party, so we'll catch up to see what he's up to next episode. But tonight, we're going to follow the larger of the party as they are off on an adventure. We'll do a little recap here in a second. But let's go ahead and dive in and meet the players, and then we'll do a quick recap so we can all get back into some Hyperborea action. First off, to my right, I guess, is you know him as BG33 in Discord. Introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Brian. Tonight I'm playing Grimmer Sigmunderson, first level barbarian.
First level barbarian. All right, and then below him, and also we're all playing Vikings. So, and then below him, my friend of over 25 years or something. Introduce yourself.
Oh, that's me. Yeah. It's actually 28, Trevor, but that's okay.
You know, anniversary card is in the
my
mail,
wedding, but you know, we'll. Yeah, I'm Danny. I'm who's a Viking purloiner.
Right.
First level.
Sigurd, Viking purloiner, first level, and then over to his right, we have you know him as Slingshot in Discord. What are you playing tonight?
Hi, my name is Jeff. I am playing a level 1 Viking magician.
Level 1 Viking.
Named Ulfric Iyengar. Keep forgetting my name.
Ulfric. And then below, the big purple insignia down at the bottom, our mystery player. Introduce yourself, please.
I am Leah. I am playing Valdis, the level 1 Shield Maiden Cleric.
Shield Maiden Viking Cleric. Shield Maiden isn't a class, but we're just saying that she's a Shield Maiden. Yeah. But yeah, so she's
absolutely.
Playing... Absolutely.
Is
she's
that a
playing
shield?
Yes, she has a level 1 Cleric who has a new magic shield. So, we'll quick recap. So our characters in Hyperborea have been transported. First, they were transported to some strange land in Hyperborea, some place, some wasteland of ash and volcanoes and strange forest. And they were, trying to find their way. And as they went through they last adventure, they traveled into a cave, and they fought some ash coal monsters. They barely escaped, collecting some clues and trying to figure out exactly how or what brought them here. And as they did that, they also walked back to this tower that they've kind of made home. And as they did that, there was a kind of a Stonehenge, is the image that we have here for you. And there were strange markings that the barbarian Grimmer found, some runes he didn't understand. He brought the magician Ulfric over, who began to read the runes, this ancient incantation, and as he did, it opened up a strange gate. As the gate opened, they saw light. They saw a sun that they have not seen in a very long time. In a bright, lush area with green moss growing over stones, and as they looked over, they saw that they began to walk through and feel the warmth of this new sun. 4 of them traveled in. One of them, the ranger, Skeet, decided he didn't want to. He didn't trust the sorcery of whatever this strange gate was. It closed, and now the party is separated, and 4 of them have traveled to yet another strange land. As they look behind them, and the portal is closed, there are no stones there and where they are now. They have no idea where they are or how to return, or even if they want to return to the land they were. So they're truly in a foreign land. The first thing that they saw as they landed in this strange land was a small child looking scared in the distance, 100 meters away, seeing them pointing and going, raiders, raiders, as he pointed, and he began running back, screaming, Solomon, Solomon, help us. And in the distance, they heard thundering hooves as a rider wearing black robes comes crashing over the horizon and sees these four Northmen standing here. So before we jump in, let's go ahead and we'll kick on some music and let's dive back in to Hyperborea tonight. So let's go ahead and all right. So here's the landscape that we see as they have traveled, and they see this small boy in the distance, and this thundering rider coming. As he approaches, you see as he gets closer, you see the silhouette of a man wearing a wide brim hat and black robes, looking down at the four raiders, and he goes, "Halt! Who goes there?" And as he does that, he seems to be pulling out some club and pointing it in your general direction. Now, three of you look at this as a club, but Ulfric, you think this could possibly be a wand.
Who wants to?
Who's a spokesperson?
All of you look dumbfounded as he's, standing, a good, probably 30 meters away from you, looking down at you and pointing a strange-looking stick at you.
I have a charisma 8. I could deal with this.
Yes.
You're the learned one of the group.
I'll step forward and I'll step forward and just say, I'm sorry, did he speak in the common tongue or was it something
He did, but his dialect is very different than yours.
I'll step forward and say, put that thing away before you hurt yourself. We mean you no harm. We are not raiders per se.
And he looks over at you and he goes, "You are strangely dressed for these lands, and I will keep my weapon out as long as I perceive you as a threat."
It is a little warm for our taste, but and I'll take off the fur cloak that I have and just kind of put it off to the side.
Looking over at the group, the horse kind of stamps back and forth, impatient as the rider is kind of controlling the horse. He's surveying the situation. He goes, "So, where did you come from?"
We're not exactly sure. What land is this?
You don't even know what land you're in.
We kind of opened up a gate by accident.
We've been transported a few times now. We're not really sure the land we came from.
These aren't the first strangers I've heard about in these parts. These parts are quite mysterious. They're known for their strange deviltry. You said you traveled here.
Through. Yes, go ahead. Our wizard friend knows more about these matters than I.
Wizard! And with that, wizard, he puts his hand on his blade. He's a wizard!
No, I am not a wizard. And I kind of give him a sideways glance. I'm a magician.
And with that, he goes, "What strange sorcery do you delve in, madman?"
No, I'm not a madman per se, but, I have delved into the madness. But anyways, that's beyond the point. What is the name of this land?
You are an island country known as Ireland.
Ireland?
Have I ever, since I know Latin, no?
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
Well, it is a beautiful country.
A little too warm for my taste. Is there a portal behind us?
No.
Or no? I know this may sound strange to you, but we came from another land through a magical portal that opened up. Not by any of our sorceries. We just kind of fell into it. We have lost one of our members.
How long have you been here?
About 5 minutes.
Yeah. I look up into the sky and kind of I don't know. This is not my lands. I don't know where the sun or the moon is.
I was dispatched from a local village of other strangers that came here not a few days ago. Raiders. Just matching your description, but there were more of them.
We are here to hunt them. So that means that we are on the trail. point us in that direction, and we will go hunt them down for you.
Yes, sir. You've traveled here looking for your friends.
No, they are not our friends. They are rivals.
And he looks down and he goes, David. And this little boy looks up and goes, yes. He goes, do these match the description of the men that you saw? And he looks up and goes, yes, but there was no lady among them. And he looks down and he goes, I see. He goes, well, you travel back to town. I'll sort these out. And with that, David leaves back down the trail. And in the very long distance, you do see in the bottom of the mountain a small hamlet or village. And he looks at you and he goes, I best you don't go there dressed as you are and speaking as you are and pretending to be whatever it is you are. And he's kind of like just still carrying that stick as he's looking over at each other. He's still kind of surveying the situation. He goes, do you have names?
They call me One Eye, but I am Ulfric.
Battle wound, I see. Ulfric. And who are the rest? Who are the rest of your rabble?
Valdis.
Valdis. Ma'am?
Shield Maiden.
Shield Maiden. That's not a term I have not heard in quite some time. And the rest of you?
Grimmer is kind of walking about, and he's really interested in the pink flowers that are set apart on the rocky hills there. And he's kind of haphazardly listening, but he thinks he took a little too many of his own mushrooms because this is out of control. So he's just picking a couple flowers, and I'm just gonna kind of mosey my way over to the top of that rock to just get, just kind of.
And as you do that, he goes, "Stranger, what is your name? What is your business?"
I am Grimmer, and my business is. My friends here and I have been transported here by some foul sorcery, and we are sent here on the trail of a rival clan. And you see him spit.
He interrupts you and he looks back at Ulfric and goes, "Is your friend all right in the head? He's repeating what he just spoke of."
He's a little simple. He did take a knock on the head just earlier, so he's harmless. Just leave him be.
I understand. And you, smaller fellow, you.
I am Sigurd.
Sigurd.
And we went through a portal that was formed from stone, large slabs of stone, and where we came from was very inhospitable. So this was very enticing indeed. And the fact that people we were hunting have come through is even better.
Well, the people that came, I guess, before you caused some problems, raided a village down by the hills, and went off into the forest. They fetched me to hunt them down and exact some justice.
May we, I kind of look around and look at everybody, and if I may, I'll speak for my group. Is it okay if we join you to hunt these villains down?
He kind of ponders it, looking over, sizing up the situation, looking back and forth. And he says, I think we can do that.
And our manner of dress is so that we fit in with the rival clans. But if it'll make the locals feel better, we will change, but we will need supplies.
I think it is best we carry on now. I don't believe the locals will take to foreigners right now, outsiders or outlanders, whatever it is that you are.
And your name again?
Oh, sorry. And he takes off his hat. He goes, Solomon Kane.
Sorry, I'm laughing out of character.
Yes.
Cool concept. I like it. Well, Solomon, yes. So you don't seem fazed by this whole portal thing in other lands.
It's a better picture of his face. As he looks over and goes,
Quite handsome.
I've made many travels to many different lands and continents, and your story is one that I've heard before, actually, particularly in these parts.
Well, if you could give us 5 minutes to confer, we will join you on your truck. We are on foot, though.
It is fine. I will continue on, and you may confer. You may confer. And he steps back and he gets off his horse and begins taking some things off of his horse, and seems to be kind of caressing the horse and kind of whispering to the horse in some way. You see him grab a giant staff off the back of the horse, strap it. It has like a strap that he puts on his back. He's also carrying a long sword and what looks to be some type of club.
Bristling with weapons, this guy. Goodness.
Well, I turn around and go, I think we should go along with what is the word that they use? Charade? Some strange word I picked up. Whether we hunt them down or not, let's find out what the Solomon Kane can show us. We don't know what the hell is going on here until we find something better.
Agreed.
That's just, well, agreed or not, you picked me as a spokesman, so.
So
Agreed.
Grimmer says, I like his hat. And then you see Grimmer kind of like turn away from you guys, and you see him take off his helm, and he starts whispering something to his helm.
Grimmer, you also notice as you're looking over Solomon, as your eyes catch his for a half a moment, he has very cold eyes. He's definitely taken a few lives. It's a look that you only see in someone who is battle-hardened and...
1,000 yards there.
Correct.
I got you. So I like his hat, and you see Grimmer kind of talking, whispering to his helmet, turns around to the group. I say, we do as you shall command, old frick. And I take a little swipe of my wine as we kind of, please lead on.
The very last of the wine. The wine is got to be gone at this point.
Yeah, you see Grimmer just squeezing this poor thing like the last bit of toothpaste out of the tube. There's nothing coming out of there. There's nothing coming out of there, Grimmer. Okay.
He looks over at you and
happen.
You say again as he's getting ready. He talks to his horse, and with that he leads him back, and you see him kind of pop the horse on the side, and the horse begins walking down the trail back to the town. As he looks forward at the rest of you, and he goes, "Probably best we go on foot. Rocky hills ahead."
You're breaking up.
Uh-oh. Quiet lag. We good?
Okay.
Are we going to eat? Oh, look, you're back now.
Okay.
Are we going to eat? Are we going to eat the horse, or are we going to let it go?
The horse is now riding back.
I am quite hungry.
The horse is now riding back to town, and Solomon looks about. He goes, "We can hunt game on the way. There's a creek just ahead if you want to fill your skins."
Absolutely.
And with that, he kind of ushers forward, walking with Valdis, and kind of keeping his eye on the rest of you, and tending to be on the back of the group as he's, not wanting to be surrounded, not wanting to lead either, and he doesn't want his back to any of you, as he does just ahead. Keep following up. See if we can pick up a trail.
Okay. So he's kind of driving.
He's kind of driving you forward, right?
As we're walking, I'm going to ask him, what is this land called Ireland? What does it mean?
It looks like it's got a sordid past. It is both strange and enchanted, small land. Your kind were here long ago.
How long ago?
A few centuries.
Just so you know, Trevor, On my end, you're very laggy. I don't know if anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
it's lagging really bad right now.
Okay. So let me take a pause. Let me reset
Like, right now.
Discord. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone.
That was our chance to plot. Oh no, he's
That was,
back.
that was the only thing I could come up with. Yeah, let's hunt them down.
Yeah, no, that was good on the fly. That was good on the fly. I mean, we don't look like we're a freaking merchant envoy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're like,
Okay.
you know.
I'm back. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
you're
Much
good.
better.
Beautiful.
I'm trying to see if there's
Beautiful.
nothing really I can shut down. I'm running bare minimum here. Okay, so cut here. All right. So with that, Solomon is kind of driving the group up to the hill. As he's going, he speaks to the group. He goes, "So we have two reports in this strange land that we are following. One, I've heard of wolves attacking things larger than they should. Larger wolves, smaller wolves, not really sure. Acting strange. And also these raiders of Northmen, larger group, came in and raided the village and then headed up towards these mountains. Killed several of the farmers.
Well,
Well,
are they in the hills now, or have they kept moving?
Not sure. They at least 2 days ahead of us.
well, then we'll never catch them on foot. We need to either buy or steal horses, but I don't think our currency will work here.
If they are outsiders, they don't know this land. We'll catch them.
If you say.
And with that,
We can find them.
he continues forward, and he's looking about, and he looks over. He goes, "Any of you skilled in tracking?"
Best
I
one
can
we
find
had.
them. I can find them. And Trimmer kind of starts coming over and starts to inspect a little bit of the trailway, lifting up a couple of little dirt, throwing it in the air.
And
see
as
him kinda
you
chanting
do
some stuff.
easily pick up a trail that looks a few days old. You can guess 6, maybe 8 came up here a few days ago. That's all. But you do know they're heading up, and it's a pretty easy trail. Anyone could follow it. They weren't trying to hide it. And one of the things with this area is there's a lot of moss, and the moss gets kicked up when people walk through it. So it's a pretty open trail and easy to follow. And it looks like they were running up the hill, and it's very easy to follow.
Excellent. So I look back at Ulfric and I go, I need complete silence. This trail is very hard to follow.
I'm
And
sure
then,
there's enough silence. There's enough silence in your head. Carry on.
And
You
then-
need something to do.
And then we keep going.
As we continue moving forward throughout the day, all of you are following this trail, heading up into the mountains and eventually into a wooded area as we get a little bit higher up into the rocks and into a wooded area. As soon as we get into the covering, it gets really dark and it begins to rain a good bit. And as it does, it's almost like the land around you almost embraces the water and the moisture in the ground. Each of you are kind of enjoying the fact that it's raining, and the water seems almost refreshing and new as it's falling onto the land. It's very different than the land in Hyperborea. This is the rain here is nice and soothing as you're kind of making your way up the trail. As soon as you get to the forest, you hear Solomon go, "Best we camp on the edges of the forest before we challenge it into the night." And with that, he pulls his pack down and starts looking about. And he finds a little area off to the side between some trees to camp for the night. You've been going for several hours into the night before the sun goes down. And he looks about, he goes, "I've heard many tales of this forest. We'll make camp here and then pick up the trail." With that,
What is the name of this forest?
he looks over, he goes, "I don't know, some Faday, I believe. Something strange." So with that, you see him off to the side, kind of getting his things together, grabbing his staff, and kind of walking about the area. And then you see him almost meditating onto his staff as he's looking about on the edges of the forest. As he does that, what are the rest of you doing? Let's start with our purloiner friend Sigurd. What are you doing?
I am so sick of eating meat. I'm looking for berries.
There is a lot of things here to eat. Like as you're picking up fruit and berries off of the trees and things, there's a lot of things. Gathering here is quite easy. So you easily find large ripe berries and things of the nature, and you're just picking and eating. So as you're doing that, you're gathering.
I'm going to gather them too for everybody else.
All right, so you begin gathering some berries and things. And as you do that, you also find like some nuts and things that are falling off. You find like a tree that has like nuts falling off, so you're picking those up. As you're doing that, Valdis, what are you doing?
I am making camp away from Solomon.
So you don't have a lot to
Away.
make camp with. You're basically just,
Away from people. I know.
You're just trying to stay away. Okay.
Trying to stay away.
As you stay away, you hear a very familiar voice come into your ear. This is a good defensible position. Yes, I see what you're doing.
Yes, that's exactly why we picked this spot. It's defensible.
Right. Lots of things in this forest for us to prove ourselves. I will defend you.
Thank you. Please do.
And the shield also says, yes, even now they come. The force moves.
What moves?
The forest.
What's moving?
What moves in the forest?
You don't hear this.
This is a voice that
sorry, I thought it was-
only Valdis hears this voice.
Sorry.
Leah.
What movement?
He goes, oh, we'll see soon enough. It'll come at night.
It? What is it?
I don't know, but I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh God. I'm gonna turn to Ulfric and move towards him and say, I feel certain we're going to be attacked in the night.
Who said what?
I feel certain we are going to be attacked in the night.
Ah, sorry. My ears popped when we went through that portal. Well, I'm pretty sure of it. That's why we'll set a watch. Do you wish to be on first watch?
Yes.
Then you may have it. But make sure that you wake one of us to get some sleep.
Certainly.
And keep your eye on this cane.
Without a doubt.
I only have one.
Yeah.
All right, and then so while this is happening, Grimmer, just what are you up to as you see Sigurd's gathering? You see Valdis and Ulfric are kind of talking and pointing out in the woods. What are you up to?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna go read our new buddy. So I'm gonna go over to Solomon and I'm gonna ask him about the other portals that he said that he's heard about. Because I've basically crossed worlds in this last 2 days, and I'm interested in learning what he knows about these kinds of travels. Because to me, it's foul sorcery, and so I'm just kind of trying to gauge him and just kind of stay close to him. And I'd like to also sense magic upon him, if that's possible.
Oh, you definitely sense the stench of magic on him, particularly emanating from that strange stick that he's carrying, the long staff.
The staff.
Yeah,
Okay.
you sense some magic off of that. It reeks. Other than that, that's all that you really get off of him as far as the magic that you can really tell.
Okay.
But as you are speaking to him, he looks over and he goes, yes, well, when I was a boy, strangers came in the lands of a land close to here, England, And there, some 13 years ago, Roman soldiers appeared. They're long gone for hundreds of years, but yet they arrived. And he reaches down and he pulls a small sword out from under his cloak. It's a short sword. It's a gladius. It's a Roman gladius. And he looks at it and goes, yeah, pristine condition. I found this as a child and had heard of this story, and that was some 13 years ago.
It seems we all are chasing some wonders of the universe. And then I just kind of look, it is a fine piece of steel. And then I just kind of continue small talking, just kind of keeping an eye on him, and as well as just kind of, double talking.
He's looking over your weapons and he goes, you, in combat and fighting, you like to get close with those axes.
Yes, with these, and I have a couple ones in some pockets that are sewn in. Yes, I would like to get close to do most of my damage. I like to smell what they've had for breakfast, if you know what I mean.
I see. Hopefully we won't see it, but it's good to have you here. As they continue the night, Sigurd, you come back into camp as the darkness falls. But the one moon they have here that you can see is mostly full, providing lots of light that kind of cascades through the forest. Through the canopy of the forest, you see the light of the moon coming through. Even in the darkest of night here is not close to the darkness that your eyes have been accustomed to back in your homeland. As you look up into the forest and you see this light kicking in, it is getting late in the night. You notice that Solomon has kind of taken a perch up near like a rock and a tree branch, where he's kind of like sitting between the two, holding his staff and kind of in a crouch, like looking out in the darkness. And you can't tell if he's meditating, asleep, both, as he's kind of still. As that happens, though, the four of you have kind of come up with a watch. I guess it's Ulfric and Valdis are taking first watch, and then second watch will be the other two, which will be Grimmer and Sigurd. It is in the first watch that Ulfric is sitting up with Valdis, and Valdis, you're sitting there with the shield almost humming and buzzing with excitement as it is looking about. He goes, yes, we're being hunted. It's going to be wonderful. We're being hunted.
I don't say anything.
So another few minutes pass, and you hear a shuffling in the woods beyond, and you are quick, and as your shield instinctively goes from your side to pulling up in front of you, as it gets ready to intercept. And in the distance, you look and you see a very silent stalker moving through what looks to be an oversized wolf that your shield, you don't know if you would have been even looking or paying attention, but your shield sees as this oversized wolf, and this black eyes kind of pierce through the woods and looking about, and begins to slowly move forward. It doesn't move as cunning or as deft as you are accustomed to seeing a wolf. It is not stalking, or more just shambling forward as it and a few others begin to make their way into camp. With that, we will not have any surprise round. They know you're there. The shield has alerted you that they are coming as well. And with that, let's set the scene.
Yeah.
Question: is there a fire going or no? Or are we doing?
No fire.
No. Okay.
Work with me. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Who's ready for some fun?
Me.
All right. We have Mr. Solomon Kane right up there in the top. And for our PCs, we're going to have Valdis here. We're going to have Ulfric here.
Consoling her with her bad boyfriend.
Right. Sigurd off to the side. And then Grimmer back here as well. Okay. So everyone is asleep except for our two as they look out, and you see several wolves moving forward. At first you see 4 and then 6 as they all are kind of like very methodically just walking forward, just not even trying to stalk. They're just walking forward.
Ulfric, wake everyone up.
Brazen, if you will.
Brazen. Can I
Bold.
yell and? Oh, bold. Wow.
Bold. Yeah. All right. Hang on one second.
Old.
I guess we gotta wait till declarations before I start yelling anything. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna clean some of this up here. All right. There we go.
Oh God.
That's not.
They're coming! Holy Toledo.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's 10. 11.
Don't poke
Are
the
you
bear
sure?
with
Are you
his
sure
head.
that's all, Trevor? You don't want to add maybe 3 more?
Don't
About-
taunt him, please!
About 12 wolves come out and begin they're all just walking in and closing in. And with that, let's make some I'm going to go ahead and say at this point, as you see them coming, you've aroused the group. You've like, everybody, you've sounded the alarm. So let's go ahead and make the announcements. So let's start with Grimmer, and then we'll move our way down. So Grimmer, you awake to the sound of Valdis looking back and kind of like banging her shield a little bit to awaken the party. And with that, let's go ahead and make some announcements before we jump right into combat. All right. So with that, let's go to Grimmer. What are you going to be doing?
And just so that I have the thing correctly, so that's the outbend of the force. We're not elevated. This is all just them coming through. We're not on an elevated top.
There's about an 8 to 10 foot hill.
Okay,
that you're moving
incline.
on.
I
Yes.
got you. Okay, correct. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do move silently.
Okay, so you're going to try to move silently. All right, with that, what is our purloiner friend going to do?
I'll move and ranged.
Move and ranged, and with that, what is Ulfric going to do?
This thing right here,
It's
is
tree.
that like timber or is that a tree? It's a tree.
It's a timber,
and this
yeah.
stuff, it doesn't look dry or anything like that. Just
No, quite the opposite.
all right. Then
Rained.
Higher
I'm
than
going
baby.
to move and range attack.
All right, and then Valdis, what are you going to do?
Move and melee.
Move and melee, perfect. All right, Solomon, what are you going to do? Okay, perfect. All right, so Solomon's on what he wants to do. And with that, let's go ahead and make an initiative roll. We'll have, we'll start in the middle. We haven't had, we've started at the top and the bottom. Let's start in the middle. So let's have Sigurd, you roll for us. You roll a d6, and then I will roll for the pack.
We're going first.
Oh,
Yeah, nice.
coming out strong with the 6 for initiative. I rolled a 2, so yes, the party will be going first. With that, let's go ahead and go with our first, which will be the move and melee people go first. Just out of curiosity, what is your dexterity?
Mine?
Yeah, Valdis.
10?
Okay, so with that, Solomon is going to go first. He can move 40, so 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's going to move to a flank position here. All right, so as he's running forward, he pulls out his club, and as he's running, he ignites it, and you hear a cracking boom as he fires his weapon.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to do it this way. Let me. He has a. This is his roll. It's gonna miss. It does light up as he does that, and he immediately just drops it and pulls out his blade. As he does that, it is now Valdez's turn. And with that light, it kind of illuminates that area, and you can kind of see better what is going on. Valdez, is now your turn to move.
Okay, and I'm going to go opposite of him in a flanking maneuver and move to here
Okay.
and attack this guy.
Okay. As you move forward, you notice something extremely strange. As you see the rib cage of the side of this wolf, and you see part of his face is kind of like drooped off. These wolves look very odd. I don't know if they're common in this land, but they look very weird. They reek of dead. They are quite undead.
Quite undead. Okay.
So still make your melee attack. That was your so you run up and you see that they are
Okay, I'll
quite-
make my okay. I'll make my melee attack.
Shield is happy.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, Valdez.
Girl.
The cleric comes out and says, "Oh, there's undead. Let me get my pointy stick out and crit. Roll a d6 to see how good this crit is."
Okay.
It's plus 2 damage, so that is 6 damage. I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, you drop it. All right, so you
Nice.
stab it. It falls to the ground. You pull the spear back, and you snap. As the spear goes through, you go right through its skull. It severs the neck, and it comes down on the ground. It kind of crumples. As you pull it back, you look about and you see that these two here have kind of taken notice or kind of starting to shamble sideways towards you. With that, let's now move to the rest of the party. Let's go to. Actually, no, it's going to be Ulfric.
I am going to move up 15. Sorry, I was on my measurements. Move there and fire off my sling at this one.
Gotcha. We've seen how deadly he can be with that sling.
I've been keeping track of the bullets, by the way, too. I've got
Good.
13 left.
Good.
Yeah.
Rolling hot. All right, so it hits. It goes right through part of his chest. You see part of the meat of it just kind of fall to the ground. It's still walking.
Does it look like it affected it? No.
It did affect it.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Sigurd, your turn to move and shoot.
Let's see. Go up here, and I'll shoot this one.
Okay. That is going to hit. Which one did you hit? This one too?
Yes.
Okay, that's going to be enough to kill it. So you guys tag team and do some focus firing and drop it. It's almost like you guys have learned to kind of work together. The arrow, again, taking a cue from Valdez, hits it right in the neck, kind of crumples its spine, falls to the ground. And with that, I guess Grimmer, have you gone? All right, Grimmer, go.
All right, we are going to move silently. We want to perch on the top of this. We're going to perch here on the top of this rock.
Okay. So you're just
That's it.
moving? That's it? You're moving and
Yeah,
approaching?
just moving and
Pull weapons out.
perch on the
Okay.
top of that rock.
Okay. With that, they're now going to shamble forward. We're going to have 1, 2, 3 on Solomon. 1, 2, 3. This one will get up to Grimmer. This one also will climb up and get onto Grimmer. This one's going to make 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here. 5, 10, 15, 20 up to Ulfric. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Not quite to Ulfric. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to Sigurd. Okay. Alright. So let's do this one first. This one's going to be on Sigurd. It makes it attack. It would hit an AC of 13, so it's not. You duck out of the way as it makes a snap at you. This one attacks Ulfric. It's going to run up and try to bite him. Ooh. I'm going to hit an AC of 0, so I'm going to hit 5 damage to the magician. He's seeing...
Ow.
I think you're down to 3 hit points, correct?
Yes.
So he's seeing the stairway right there. He's seeing Valhalla in the distance as it comes up and hits. All right, Valdis is going to come up and attack you as well. It hard misses you. It rolled a 1, so we've got to go to our chart.
Oh, nice. Critical fumble. Sweet.
Ooh, I don't have it. Danny, do you have it? Can you pull up? Do you have? Because you've got the 3rd edition book, right?
Book right here, yeah. Let me look it up.
Look up the critical fail, because that's a 3rd edition thing. I don't think I have it.
That's so cool. I think
Page
that and the
270.
debauchery table are my 2 favorites.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. What are they considered?
Monsters, yeah.
Okay. Who rolls?
What I roll? I do.
D12. D12.
4.
It is bad miss.
It's just a bad miss. Okay. All right, the 2 on Grimmer. Attack number 1 is not going to hit again. Roll it again. Roll it again. Okay, D12. Monster crit miss. 4 is a bad miss. All right, the next one makes its attack. That one's going to connect for 7.
Yeah, you got me. I got a 3 armor class. That's no problem.
All right, and now these 3 are going to attack Solomon. The first one also going to badly miss. 7.
It is stumble.
Okay, so it's on the ground. Okay. If he falls to the ground, as Solomon quickly takes a side step. That's going to miss. All right, they're all going to miss Solomon. Okay?
Of course they do.
All right, and with that, let's make some announcements. And now let's make some announcements, and then Ulfric will, or John, or not John, sorry, Jeff will roll his initiative. So with that, Grimmer, what are you going to do other than bleed?
We're gonna leap and melee.
Leap and melee, okay. All right, and with that, Sigurd?
Melee.
Melee, okay, dropping the bow for melee. Ulfric?
Quick combat rule question. I'm not really familiar with it. If I wish to go on the defensive and just kind of back up and not reach,
Yes, you can.
defensive withdrawal.
You can defensively withdraw and it gives you an AC bonus, yes.
All right, that's what I plan on doing, and I'm also going to yell out something.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So defense, go full defense. While he does that, can someone look up what the exact bonus is for that? And then Valdis, what are you gonna do?
Well, I don't know anything about turning undead, but I'd like to try something.
Okay. Yes, you do. All right. So
Let's go.
you are going to attempt to turn undead. That's going to count as magic, so you'll go last in the round.
Okay, so magic.
Magic, basically. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have everyone else go, and then you'll go before the wolves. So with that,
Okay.
the melee folks will go first. We'll start with Solomon. He's got 3 on him. He's going to go into heroic fighting, and he's going to attack all 3 of them.
Did we roll initiative?
Fancy.
Oh, roll
Mr.
initiative.
Fancy Dancy.
I'm sorry, Ulfric, roll initiative. That's true. Maybe the wolves go.
Oh,
Wolves
sorry.
go
I
too.
thought I did it.
I forgot.
Come on.
I forgot. Wolves go
Come on.
too.
Come on.
Wolves
You're
go
excited. It's
too.
okay.
I'm excited.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wolves going first.
We're all going to die.
All right, so the wolves are going to attack Solomon. So here's the first. We're going to do Ulfric last. We're going to build the anticipation.
Sorry, my cat was bothering me.
All right, so that's a miss. Second attack on Solomon is a miss. Third attack on Solomon is a miss. They can't hit him for anything. The one on
Miss.
Sigurd is a miss. We're going to have 2 on Valdis.
He gets a +2
Okay.
to AC.
Valdis taking a crit. Valdis
Oh,
taking
no.
a crit. It's only.
Oh, no.
Oh no! This could be hysterical. All right, how bad of a
Oh,
crit
God.
is it for the monster? +2 damage. So take 9.
Are you kidding me?
That puts you
Is
at
he dead?
0.
0.
No.
We're fucked.
That was our E.
Sorry.
Oh, this is great. All right,
Thanks, Trevor.
I do what the dice tell me to do. All right. Okay.
Right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We're gonna have
And the other one to take a bite. Got it.
Right. And then we still got one more. So actually, that was did the first one? Was that the first one?
Yeah.
Oh snap! I get to go
Oh,
again.
no.
So this is all happening at the same time. Your shield blocks that attack. It just missed that other one. So as you drop to the ground, your shield blocks off that last attack. All right. So now let's go. Who has not gotten attacked yet? Grimmer hasn't been attacked, right?
That would be I.
Miss.
Yes.
Oh! I got a 3
Miss.
armor class.
Miss. Miss.
Yeah.
Miss. Yeah, there we go. All right. Attack 1. What is your... Hang on, before we do this, what is your AC now? Do you still have Sorcerer's Armor on? Or did that drop?
Yes. No, it has to be. I have to be hit for a total of 10 in one shot for it to disappear.
Gotcha. Okay.
So otherwise,
So what is your AC before we roll this?
all right. So right now in melee, my AC is 5 because of the sorcerer's armor, my dex, and staff. But I don't know what the defensive.
So it's 3. You get a plus
You get
2.
a +2.
So it's
So it's an AC. So it's an AC of 3.
right. And you are on higher ground. So it's an AC of 2. You get an extra bonus for higher ground. So your
I'm
AC...
wearing plate. I'm wearing plate mail.
Yeah, so you're getting all of the bonuses.
Sure you are.
If you hadn't been defensive, that would have done 7 damage to you. So the defensive play was
Ow.
right. So here's the second attack. Natural 1.
Roll that D.
That was a night. That was almost a 19.
It was. What's a 10?
Ooh, hold on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's going to be something pretty bad.
Oh, yes, it
He bites his friend in the butt. I don't know.
is.
Explodes. All right. A 10 is a trip/fall.
Okay, it slides down the hill.
Whoa!
Okay. All right. Now is the hero's turn. We're gonna have Solomon attack the first wolf. That's gonna kill it.
Yeah.
He's gonna attack the second wolf. It's gonna kill it,
Dead.
and then he's going to attack the third wolf, and all 3 of those
Dead.
are dead. And and with that, he will begin to move on to here as he drops all the wolves. Okay. Grimmer, make your attack.
We will use our barbarian leap ability.
Okay.
We are going to leap 15, 20, 25. We're going to leap right here to my buddy Ulfric, and
Nice.
I'm going to hand axe the shit out of that. Or hand
All
axe
right,
the
I
crap
got
out
you.
of
Go
that
for it.
last
Go. You got it. You got to make your attack. He's going to jump in and try to hit him.
There we go. That's the first one.
That will hit. Actually, that'll kill it. You only get 1 attack this round. Oh no, you're dual wielding. You're dual wielding. No, you're
Oh,
right.
dual.
You're dual wielding. Right. So you bring it down. That's a crit. Roll again. Let's go ahead and see how badly hit it. Roll a d6 for the crit. So the first attack comes down and hits
Yes,
for
sir,
7.
yes, sir.
And then the second attack, let's just...
Come on.
Ooh.
Ooh.
For a fighter, that's triple damage. So that's 18 damage.
Ooh.
So you do 25 damage, eviscerating and cutting its head off of it.
Overkill
and,
much?
Hey, it needed to happen. So now...
Yes, it did need to happen.
Cleric was down. We're all screwed, man.
All right, Sigurd, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna take my Morning Star and just try to Ken Griffey it off the.
Go for it. Take your swing. Hang on. You
Don't
have.
see where.
Wait a minute. Attacker is on higher ground. That will hit. Yeah, that'll hit. So you do how much? 5? That's enough to kill it.
Yeah. Oof.
Okay.
Alright, can I move?
You can.
Alright, I'm gonna move down here.
Okay.
Nice.
Actually, no. I'm not. I take that back. I'm gonna let her die. No, I'm actually better with a bow. I'm actually better with a bow. So.
All right.
This is a rough
Like,
crowd.
Okay.
It won't matter anyway. They're gonna be up on me.
All right. With that,
Yeah.
let's now make some announcements. Valdis is going to bleed. She's at 0. She's just unconscious. She has not begun the death train yet. If she takes some more bites, though, it could get really interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and say, Grimmer, what are you going to do?
We are going to we're going to move in melee.
Move in melee, okay. Sigurd, you've already dropped the bow. You've got your 2-hander out at this point.
Can I pick it up?
You can. You just plant your feet.
What's that?
You just want to drop,
okay, yeah,
basically just pick it up and shoot again?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go ranged. Ulfric, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Spell.
Spell.
I'm gonna
Casting.
yell there. I'm gonna magic missile your favor coming out of my eye blast.
All right. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make,
I didn't know Leah
we're going to
did
make
that.
Leah roll initiative because it's her fate.
Come on,
Yay.
sunshine. Come on.
4 is pretty good. You have a over...
Roll.
Average.
Also a
A
4.
tie.
So it's going to come down to who has better dexterity. All right, so here's the thing. I think I have the worst dexterity. My dexterity for the wolves is only 10. So they are undead. They're not very dexterous. So I think in this case, I think everyone's going first except for Valdis, which is fine because she's just going to lay there. So
Because I'm just going to lay there and bleed. Yeah.
So with that, Solomon is going to continue his heroic fighting. He drops 1. He drops 2.
The neck.
Yeah, they're both out.
Jesus.
And he moves this direction.
5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20, 25, 30.
A tractor beam with cure light wounds.
All right, so he
That's
runs.
right.
He runs
That's right.
all the way up this way as he's just running forward with his sword, making quick work of these. We now move to Grimmer. So Grimmer, what are you gonna do?
All right, we're gonna move down here. We're gonna move right here, right next to Val, and we're gonna attack the wood wolves. So now that I moved again, I only get 2 again. Correct? It doesn't.
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to-
you're
I don't get 3.
yeah,
It's
right.
only if I'm stationary with the same target.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you're running up, but you still are dual wielding axes. Okay.
Yep, we got 2. So here we go. First one
misses.
misses. Second one, I got 2.
That hits. That kills it. All right. So that'll be this one in front. Okay. And with that, Sigurd, you're up.
I've already shot my bow once. Does that mean I get 2,
No,
or is
no.
that
You've got to
Okay.
kind of. It's got to.
All right.
You got to be in a combo.
like consecutive? Gotcha.
Right. Consecutive.
All right, let's see here.
That will hit and kill it.
Nice.
I like how you guys get right up to the edge of defeat before you start rolling good. I like the strategy there. All right, Ulfric, let loose your magic.
Can I, if I don't use it, like if I cancel it, do I lose the spell,
Yes.
or can I just
You lose it.
cancel? Old school. I hated it back then, and I still hate it now. I
You
use the magic
started. You
missile on the one.
started. Okay, the one that's left. All right, roll it.
Yeah, I'll open my eye patch and
And shoot out
let
the.
the open light. I'll have to name it something. I'll get back to you on it. Let's see where am I at here.
All right, with that, it does connect. It's still up. But it does blast
is
does
all I
come
can do.
out. It actually takes off one of its back legs as it falls, and it kind of starts stumbling forward. With that, let's just have Brian roll initiative for the group. We're going to skip announcements since we're in mop-up phase. I just want to see who goes first, because that last wolf's going on a 1. So at that point, I don't need to roll it because you guys will beat it. Solomon will just finish it off. I want to just kind of...
He did.
He's dead. All right. So Solomon finishes off the last wolf as we have defeated the ambush of undead wolves. All right. So after combat, the 4 of you plus your friend Solomon surveying the dead bodies and seeing the really nasty wound around the neck of poor Valdis as this thing just leapt up and got her between the armor and her neck as she's Sigurd, the first there on the scene, is there to stop the bleeding, but she is unconscious. Now, everyone's able to quickly stabilize her. She's not bleeding out, but she is unconscious. Solomon reaches over, looks over at her, pulls out his wineskin and pours some ale into her mouth, and it awakens her. She comes to. Because if you're at 0 in this game, you can be roused with hard liquor. So she takes a swig, finds her, and as she stands, she kind of sits up, still bleeding, and with that you are conscious, but you are still technically at 0. So with that, Valdis, what would you like to do?
Is it wise to slap a healing spell on myself in front of Solomon Kane? I feel like
here's
probably
the question.
no.
Would Valdis care? These are the questions you have to
Would
ask.
Valdis care? Probably not. Probably not.
Right.
Probably not.
So you have to separate Valdis and Leah. Yeah.
I'm gonna put my free hand on my neck and pray to Amir to heal me.
All right. Go ahead and roll a D8.
Cure light wounds.
Cast your cure light wounds. Roll a D8 to see how many hit points you get back. As a very
2.
slight cold wind comes out from the north. It embraces you. It seals the wounds. You still feel great pain, and you struggle to talk, but the bleeding has stopped. As there's like a black ice now kind of covering your wound, almost like a magical neosporin that has been rubbed on your neck. As and Solomon looks over at you and goes, What strange magics do you call upon this Emir? I heard that is a god I have not heard of in quite some time. You are true Northmen. Your pagan gods still answer your call.
My God does answer my call.
I would highly suggest you do not go into town. The locals would not take kindly to you.
What do you mean by pagan?
It is what we call your gods. They are, in this time, they're lost, almost forgotten. More folklore.
What time
than
is
anything.
this?
Yes.
You have one moon. One sun. I don't understand this.
I don't know what world you came from, but yes, we have but one sun and one moon. It is. Yes.
So where are we going now that we were attacked? And what were these creatures besides dead?
I've seen these before in
They
my
reek.
travels. They've been. Something here is using some type of necromantic arts to resurrect these dead. We must seek out what this is and fell it. We cannot let this evil befell this land.
What about our bounty on the Northmen?
We'll continue on the trail and see what we find. Perhaps the Northmen
Well,
are the ones causing this problem. You bring strange magics here. Perhaps they did as well.
well,
He's looking
yeah,
at you.
harvest
He's
masters
looking
and rival
as
clans.
he's looking at you. He picks up his wooden club, his wand, and it has like a piece of like a metal iron on the front of it. As he's working with it, as he's looking at you, as he's like getting it ready for another charge. Not sure what's going on with Ulfric. He goes, I saw that deviltry come out of your eye. Just be sure it finds only evil marks, my friend.
What deviltry?
Whatever it is you called out of your eye.
Hey, Ulfric,
You mean
it's the same deviltry that allows a Puritan to carry around ale.
What is a Puritan?
That's making too much sense there, okay?
That's a
He was way ahead of his
technicality.
time.
Leave the guy
Jeez.
alone.
He's not
I was happy enough to be
100%
talking to
Puritan.
Solomon
If you read, he's
A
really
little Methodist.
yeah
He's a little
he's a little like
or-
10% Puritan, I would say. It's
It's like the prohibition officer in the 1930s. You know, they
like
enforced it, but they had a bottle underneath their sink. You know,
correct.
Go on Easter and
He's
Christmas.
Puritan in the fact that he has a hat. That's about the beginning and ending of his Puritan belief.
Oh, I like that.
First off, may I have a drink of that ale?
And he shares it. He goes, of course.
I'll take a large swig of it, and I'll hand it. Before Sigurd grabs it out of my hand, one drink. Don't be rude. And I'll hand it off to him.
I'll take a drink and be like, oh, what is this swill? I'm used to meat. This tastes like
That is true, yeah.
this
Tastes like the bog.
blood. Oh,
He goes, mead is not something we find in these parts, friend.
oh, I suggest you get on that because this is horrid.
So, what is it you are doing in these lands of Ireland besides hunting down undead creatures?
I just travel the land to right wrongs, help those in need, earn coin, and eventually I'd like to earn passage to another land that I've been longing to travel to.
So, well, the only thing I could say is we either leave these carcasses or burn them. Our friend here needs to rest anyways.
Good.
Burn them.
We burned them. And as you see that, he gathers the wolves' bodies together. You help him bring them together. Using the ale that he's carrying to light the fire. He throws it on
Good
there.
use for that.
That's what else would you do with it? So he throws it on
Next
there.
best thing to turpentine.
Right. So he's like, I wouldn't drink the swill. I use it to burn things. With that, he lights. There's the bonfire of the wolves. Lights up the forest as you rest through the night. You get a full rest in. With that, Valdis, go ahead and roll a d8 for your hit die to see how much you heal and rest over the night. As the magic of Emir continues, you feel another 5. So that magic is still working on you after the night. So both of you rest and bandage up, and you Viking are made of sturdy folk. You heal up over the night as you rest. The next morning early,
Stuff.
the two of you that are injured arouse a little bit later. since you were on first watch anyway. You see that the camp is broken down, and you see that. So now, as Solomon is walking up and following the tracks, he comes back. He seems to find more of the broken moss. Whatever group has come through here, even with the rain and everything, it's been very easy to track this group. He comes up with Grimmer. Grimmer, you easily pick up the trail as well. It seems that they camped and kind of meandered about the forest a good bit hunting. They spent a good day, at least looks like, in the forest. It does look like, in fact, that you will catch up to them because they stayed in this forest for quite some time before moving out. It is throughout this day that you continue to travel up the mountains, deeper into the forest, and with this, we move into the end of the second day. It is in the end of the second day that, as it gets dark again, that Grimmer, you come across a pretty grisly scene. You come across what looks to be entrails of several bodies. You don't see bodies, but you do see guts that have been kind of strewn about. And you do find certain things left behind. Some of the things that you recognize that are garments and things that possibly of Northmen. Several of them probably perished here, but you don't see the bodies.
Are there arrows?
You know what? Roll 2d20. I will say there are arrows. Roll 2d20 to see how many arrows you find. You find 20 arrows.
Oh,
Nice.
I would
Gore.
take it. Holy crap! Like hitting the lottery in Hyperborea. That is the Hyperborea Powerball right there.
With that, you do find some arrows. You find a broken bow. And you do find some other weapons. Grimmer, as you look about, you do see a couple of flint daggers. You see 2 daggers. More cut flint, but they're rudimentary daggers. But if you want to keep them, you could.
Okay.
Also,
there-
you do find a battle axe. You do find a battle axe.
Excellent.
On a side note, wherever we're going, I pick up like vegetation that I've never seen before. Like I'll take a branch or something, and in like one of my pouches, I'll take some of the earth, just turn it into a ball and put it in my pouch.
Okay.
I collect things.
I gotcha. He's a hoarder, folks. He's a hoarder. All right.
And I'm the first one.
You never know what kind of source there may need it for.
All right.
All right, one more thing at this entrail site.
Yes.
Is there mead? Because I feel the need for mead.
Me.
No. That you don't find. That you don't find. Okay.
I knew I hated these Vikings.
Right. As you continue to move up the trail, in the distance,
Is there any
Okay, so
any clan symbols or anything around, or
no, you don't see any symbols or anything. As you move forward, you do see in the distance. It looks like as we pass these entrails, you kind of make your way through the forest, and now, Grimmer, you pick up a different trail. What you're picking up now, you went from tracking 6 or 8 to 2. You're only tracking 2 now. One has smaller footprints. The other one is larger and has a large boot print and is probably wearing something akin to metal boots because there is a point to it. You've seen these before, like steel greaves. So it looks like one probably heavily armored. The other one looks light-footed and either a child or possibly a female. It's a smaller human.
smaller gate.
Yes.
Okay. I relay the information until Ulfric, Sig, Val. I believe our friends here. Most of the of our friends that we were chasing have met their demise, but we are tracking 2 now. One large man who's armored with greaves, and maybe a smaller woman or child.
are you talking about their killers or the rest of their clan?
I believe it's the rest of the clan. I don't know what has befell them, but something awful and sorcerous in this woods, I imagine. And you see Grimmer kind of look up, kind of look over a board, like to the large trees above him.
And as you say that, Sodom looks over and goes, as he's holding his staff close to him, he goes, I sense the presence of evil. Evil is definitely about.
Sigurd, stay near the shield maiden. I will stay near her also. We need to protect her.
Bow knocked.
She's our only healing.
Because that's a thing. If you have your bow ready, you can like go before initiative.
You can actually shoot before initiative, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like
I'm gonna have
to.
like 4 arrows. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're gonna do a Robin Hood shot, man. Cool.
Jeff, go ahead.
I take my familiar out, Dunkel. Is he acting normal now, or is he a little?
He is
still spacey.
Yeah.
I tell him to scout.
All right.
One word.
Very good. So you take a second. Your eyes kind of you shut your eyes for half a second as the familiar flies about, cutting through the trees in the night, ducking back and forth, and in the distance, it sees a cabin. You see a cabin through its eyes. You get this impression of a cabin, of light emanating out from inside the cabin. So they either have candles, light, or a torch or something on the inside. The cabin looks run down, like it's possibly a farm at one time that's out of use. But it definitely seems that somebody is home.
I'll, once my eyes open, I relay that this way there's a shack up ahead, very run down. That could be the slaughterhouse of the cannibals.
When you say that, Valdis, you hear a voice go, "Oh, cannibals, my favorite. Let's go, let's go, let's go."
Oh my god.
I'm starting to like this guy.
Yeah.
I don't say anything.
All right.
I'm gonna ask Solomon if the entrails and things, if that's congruent with like the wolves and did we fight the larger wolves or the smaller wolves?
My fear is that I've run into this before, where they will use body parts in their necromantic or dark arts. I came across witches
So
before
you
that
think
did something
these are
of that nature.
So nothing to do with the wolves.
Oh no, I believe that we are on the same trail. Whatever is in there, I believe, made these wolves.
I understand. Okay.
How far do I think it is? About what, like 100 yards?
Just
300 yards,
over a
500?
ridge. It's not far.
Maybe the stealthiest of us should go move ahead, and we'll follow along.
Just
Let us
a
know what you
quick
find.
point of order on who's carrying what. I know that you guys had 2 potions. There was a strength potion and the shrinky potion. Who has those? You have.
I have the shrink potion.
You have the shrink potion. Who has this? And does Grimmer have the strength potion? Okay,
Most likely.
I just want to make sure I know who has what. Okay, all right. With that,
Actually, I hand. Sorry, what was your character's name again? I'm forgetting. I hand the potion to him. Maybe this will help you in your scouting. I don't know how long it lasts, but I know what it does.
Oh, great, Ulfric. Thank you. Another powerful potion to make me strong. I appreciate it.
I
And
give
then
that.
Grimmer kind of...
Give me. No, Grimmer, not for you. I hand it over to the rogue.
Sigurd.
Oh.
All right, so you hand it to Sigurd.
The purloiner.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go.
Like I said
scout.
before, I drastically need this to fit in with you.
Potion of shrinking.
Okay. Are you gonna go on this stealth mission?
You can get also...
Are you gonna go on the stealth mission?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So in the distance, as you guys,
Yeah, I'll
the party basically
Scooby-Doo.
gets up and sees the cabin, sees the cabin in the distance. It's a cabin in the woods. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
All right,
Run toward the smell of blood.
So you quietly
Take it back.
quietly make your way up to the cabin. Make a move silently check for me as you gently make your way closer to the cabin.
Let me get my character sheet. Right here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Move silently is 6 out of 12.
It is 6 out of 12. So roll a 1 to 6 on a d12. It's a 50-50 shot. Ooh, you definitely move through the field. You see several
I'm
of
sorry.
those.
I was getting a lot of lag.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not
You're
right.
now.
All right, so you roll a 3. You definitely move all the way up to the cabin. In the distance, you do see several of those wolves in the woods. Sentries patrolling the area, looking about. You take a wide turn around it, but you get all the way up to the cabin, and no one sees you. From the inside, you hear a female voice, a dialect, a strange dialect, but one you recognize. That female inside definitely has the dialect of a Celt. You hear her talking. You're not exactly sure what she's saying. It's some type of incantation. You've always had a hard time understanding this dialect. Whatever she's up to is not good. You look in through like a crack in the wood.
I'm listening.
Okay. And as you look inside, you do see a very armored individual wearing like a full plate armor, a full helmet and everything. He's standing there next to her as she is looking into the fireplace. There's a fire crackling. There's a cauldron cooking in there, and you see her cutting up what looks to be body parts and tossing it into the cauldron itself as she's reciting some type of incantation. You see dark robes about her as she turns. She's also got some almost like a face paint or makeup on her face itself. She also looks like she's actually wearing possibly human skulls as some type of a headdress.
Ew.
Okay. How far away is the group from me?
They're pretty far back at this point.
Okay.
You couldn't communicate with them.
Okay. I'm going to just walk inside the door.
Okay. So you're gonna try to go inside?
I'm going to walk inside and cast Sanctuary. Actually, I'm going to walk
Colin
in.
Robinson.
So they see me. I'm going to go "Woo," and just cast Sanctuary.
I love this so much. All right.
Much.
So you just walk in. So the party is in the back. Just sees him walk inside, and you cast Sanctuary. As you cast Sanctuary, you see as you begin to talk, you see the armored man reach over and has a giant long sword on his back. He sees you. He goes for the sword. And goes. You hear him like curse as he looks at you, and you get off the spell silently. But they do see you in this moment, and now they both must make a save versus your Sanctuary.
Yeah, it's a sorcery saving throw modified by willpower adjustment if applicable.
Gotcha. All right. Ooh. Okay. And let me roll the second one. Okay. The big guy with the sword fails the save and just does not see you as a threat at all. The female, on the other hand, she does see you as a threat.
Okay.
Make an announcement. Now what do you want to do? Because we're rolling into initiative now.
Cast.
You're going to cast a spell. Okay. So now, would you roll initiative?
Sorry. Never mind.
This is a total. Y'all are not in this. Ooh, a 5.
Oh yeah. Come on, D. Come on, Danny.
You're going first. So you're casting what, light?
I'm casting light right on her eyes.
Okay. All right. So she sees.
Yes.
I can't do Sanctuary again if you've already passed it,
Well,
right?
and here's the thing. Now that you've cast an offensive spell, you need
You
to.
took it twice, you could.
That she's going to resist. You cast light. She resists the spell, and now she is going to cast a spell on you.
That's a serious cojones.
It's a sorcery saving throw.
Oh, I get a +2.
Oh, good.
Nice.
I didn't see what it rolled.
3.
You rolled a 3.
+2 is a 5. There is like this massive field that goes starting at the door and all the way in, and it is huge like encirclement, and all these skeletal hands reach up, they grab you and pin you to the ground. And with that, the party sees this happen. They see the doors open, cast of some spells going back and forth. You see these skeletal hands, like almost like reach out of the ground itself and grab Sigurd and hold him to the ground. And with that, we are now going to make announcements. You guys are pretty far back as now you're seeing something awful about to happen to Sigurd. And with that, we go to Grimmer. What are you going to do?
We are going to throw an attack and charge.
All right, you're going to charge. Through the doorway, you do see... What is the...
Yeah, how far are we?
You're pretty far. Like, y'all are pretty far. Like,
I can go up to 100 feet, I think, they said. I can double my movement on a throw and attack and spear charge thing, I believe. But then it depends on the next,
if you're charging.
Roll. So if we don't make the next initiative roll, I'm pretty much screwed.
All right, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. I will let you run and make a long range like tomahawk throw. That you can do. With that, Sigurd, the only way for you to get out of this is to make an extraordinary feat of strength. I'm lagged again, aren't I?
You are.
No, you're good right now.
Good. Okay, all right. And with that, so that's what you're going to have to do. What is Ulfric going to do?
What if...
Are we more than 150 feet away?
You're exactly 150 feet away.
I am going to cast then on the nearest opponent that I could see.
Okay, you're seeing in the door. You can see her, and you can see both of them because he opened the door. So you could hit her or the armored man.
She seems like the bigger threat. I'm going to cast it at her.
Okay, and then Valdis, what are you going to do? I know ranged is your best thing.
I'm just gonna move closer to the distance that I can.
Gotcha. I'm a little. Do
I get a bonus if I'm running?
You basically can just double move is what you can do. All right. So here's what's gonna happen as everyone.
So 60 feet.
Gotcha.
Woohoo.
All right. So you're just running as fast as you can. So what we're gonna do is let's have. Just so we're having some lag issues. I'm turning off my camera to see if that helps. In the middle of this combat, we've made our announcements. Now what I need to do is we'll have Jeff, if you'll roll initiative for the group, and we'll see how this plays out as our friend Sigurd is in a bad spot. The group rolls a 4. I'm rolling a 3. So the group...
Sigurd's in a pickle.
Yay! The group is going to go first. All right, with that... we're going to say that Grimmer, you run and you're going to throw your tomahawk. You're running as fast as you can. You're going to throw your tomahawk at max distance. There are some negatives there. And you're going to roll. So go ahead.
Here we go.
Holy cow. You launch the tomahawk all the way across the field and you are going to hit the lady. For 3 damage. All right, so that does hit her.
No, that's 5 damage.
It's 5. Okay.
Yep. Yep, +3 for mastery.
Just one. Yeah. Okay. Yep. You're right. I got you. All right. So it's 5 damage. So you hit her for 5. With that, we go to Valdis is just running. Solomon.
Question.
Okay.
Whoa.
Once I get to my 60 feet, do I see other wolves?
You do see the wolves.
My holy symbol.
Okay, so you run. You see the wolves moving in. You do release your turn undead. Let's go ahead and do that really quick because there are many of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Hang on a sec.
Oh gosh, what do I do?
All right, hang on.
Role play it.
You got this, Sunshine.
Okay. Roll a d12.
Roll a d12. Okay.
Roll low. That's not low. You
okay.
reach up as you do that. You call upon Emir, who doesn't seem to answer you, as you see several wolves start to run towards you, and you hear a voice say, "Oh man, we got this." As your shield pulls up. With that, Solomon runs past you. Seeing the this lady, he pulls out his stick and he takes a shot.
Oh, awesome.
I don't have his token pulled up. We're doing theater of the mind here. Gonna miss. Gonna hard miss with that 7. But he does take the shot. He drops it as he continues running and pulls out his blade. With that, we're now going to get to the magic part of it. So we need Ulfric, roll your damage as you let loose your spell.
She can't see me or anything. Never mind. I was going to say something. 3 points.
All right, and with that, it whistles all the way across the battlefield. It does go right over Sigurd's body as this thing. It does ignite. It hits her. Blood comes off of her shoulder as this like tears into her flesh. With that, we now go to Sigurd, who can make an extraordinary feat of strength to try to get out.
Or could I drink a potion?
No.
Well, the good news is, well, there is no good news. The bad news is
wait. Hold up.
There's always good news.
Yeah, hold on. He's got to roll. I think you can. He's got to check that spell real quick, I think.
No, it's not a spell. Do this. You are held, but I will give you just a feat of dexterity to see if you can try to wiggle that.
Is that an extraordinary feat of dexterity?
No, just a regular feat of dexterity.
Test of dexterity?
Yeah,
what is that, a D6?
It's a test of dexterity. It's a D6, roll low, see if you can manage to pull that off.
Yes!
Nice!
You do.
Yes.
So as you're getting held down, you have this thing in your hand, and you just try to get it to your mouth, and you kind of like throw some of it into your mouth. As you do, you shrink out of the grasp, and you shrink all the way down to 6 inches tall.
Ooh.
Pocket size.
So Sigurd has now become Ant-Man as he's running across the field.
And may I suggest you run away?
All right.
I shrunk the purloiner. Oh, God.
All right. And with that, it is now their turn. You see her look out at Ulfric, who hit her with a spell. She cast as well. And would you please make a sorcery saving throw? Oh,
nice.
Succeed. You feel some type of specter grabbing at your one good eye, and you shake it off as it tried to pull the eye from your socket.
Not this time, Witch. Kraken is strong.
Whew. You resisted being permanently blind.
Yeah, well, that would have sucked. One eye.
Almost got Daredevil.
You went from one eye to no eye.
Well, I don't need this eye patch anymore. It was a good ensemble, though.
Hey, now you've got 2 eye patches. It's great. All right, so with that, now the other man runs across. He grabs his sword, and he goes out a different exit. There's a giant field of like skeletal bones that are like preventing anyone from going through the front door. So he's basically going out like a back hole, and you see him kind of running around the side. With that, the wolves begin to descend on poor Valdis. There are 3 wolves that are going to be attacking Valdis. Here's Wolf
God.
1.
No!
Wolf 1 is gonna.
Oh my God.
Wolf 1 is gonna hit for 2.
Oh, wait. I
Yes.
have an AC of 2.
Yes, they will hit. And
Okay.
you will take
Oh.
8
No.
damage.
Oh, I picked one.
Save it, seek for us in Valhalla.
The
my
second
God.
wolf comes up and misses,
No.
and the third wolf comes up and rolls a natural 20.
How do you stop?
Oh,
Oh,
I'm dead.
no.
I'm dead. I am dead. Rip me.
Rip
period.
me. Hang on. You were.
I am
Hey,
dead
hang on, hang
on the grass.
Wow,
Dead.
your boyfriend really didn't do a good job of protecting you this time. Very
He
disappointing.
sucks.
That's a total of.
I told you I had a bad feeling about
But at
that.
least-
Hang on,
but at
wait.
least
Pause
you're
for a
gonna be
second.
releasing
Pause
the
for a second.
curse.
Hold on.
Are you? You're at 1.
But -1. I
No.
gave 7 points.
No. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. Dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
You're
Dead.
old school. You just die.
He's
you're
old
back.
school.
Like liquor?
Dead. Dead.
No, dead. She's at -10. So
Yeah.
that's
Dead.
dead.
There's no death saving throw that can help me with that. No, I'm dead.
One.
Oh, this is great. Oh,
At
this
what
is
point in
so
this game are you dead? Negative
Now,
10?
now, she's now.
Now we
No,
need-
I'm dead.
Now we need a new. Now we need another rogue. We need a new cleric. Oh man.
Yeah.
So
Dropping
Valdis
like
gets ripped
flies.
apart.
Yeah,
by this.
cleric worked out so well for me. Yeah.
We're not there yet. All right, so Valdis is getting ripped up by the wolves, and now we go to. Let's see. I've lost my train of thought here. All right, so now
I'm dead.
I know it's a new round. It's a new round. Let's go to the. Let's go to announcements.
I'm just gonna mute my microphone.
Okay, Grimmer, you go. It's your up.
All right, I'm gonna drink a potion.
You're drinking your potion. All right, that's your turn. You're gonna get stupid strong. With that, we go to it. I have to look that up exactly what that is. It's you basically are growing in stature. Your muscles begin to bulge out as you gain the strength of a titan. With that, we go to Ulfric. What are you gonna do?
Moving toward where the shield maiden has gone down.
Okay. And now, what is our friend going to do? The purloiner, the 6-inch man.
So what is the rule? Can I just undo the effect? I can't find it in the book at all.
All right, let me look
Or am
up
I
these.
just drunk forever?
Hang on a second. Let me look up these stupid potions. The giant power is going to give you +3 to attack and +3 to damage.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, so.
Quit laughing.
Let's hear it.
I think it lasts
Uh-oh.
quite a while. It's only going to last for a little over an hour.
Then there's nothing I can do.
You didn't get
Right.
murdered. You didn't get murdered by the knight. So there's that.
You
I did
didn't
say-
get murdered.
I did warn you. I didn't know how long it would last.
That's fine. But I am gonna move in melee.
What do you like the toe
Right on the
biter?
toe.
Actually, you'll spend your entire turn just running across the floor.
6 inches? Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. All right. With that, all right. So let's make a roll. Let's have Valdis roll for the turn. So Sunshine, you roll
I already rolled.
for initiative.
She did.
I'm letting you do it
But I'll
again.
do it anyway.
All right. With that, the lady is gonna is running for it out the back as well, and so she's making a run for it. and so is the night. You hear horses stirring as they are going to get on their horses, and the wolves are coming in, and they're feeding on poor Valdis's body as she is it's getting ripped apart. The Solomon is going to run up and attack all three of them, and he will kill
Oh
two
my
of them.
God.
I think he'll kill two of them. He kills one of them and hurts the other one. Okay. So he's fighting off the wolves, trying to protect the body of Valdis. And with that, at this point, we're down to the wolves. The knight and the, I guess, the necromancer are riding away. And what is Grimmer doing?
After drinking,
Here's the thing: they are running towards their horses. Is what they're doing.
Oh, that's great. So, so after drinking my potion, I'm imbibed with the strength of a titan. I'd like to run up and rip the water wheel off of its hinges and throw it like a frisbee at the fleeing baddies and their horses too. I don't care.
Okay.
They're all gonna get
All right, so you're going to run up and try to just like rip part of the building off and throw it at them. I love it.
It's that large water wheel.
Yeah,
right
just
there.
make a test
Yeah.
of strength. Normally you wouldn't be able to do this, so I'm going to try to make a test of strength.
So what's my actual strength?
So here's the thing: you're
that will
gonna
determine.
you got to roll a 5 of 6, so just don't roll a 6 here.
Okay,
So-
gotcha, no problem. Okay, here we go. Good luck.
Oh yeah. All right, so you don't get the whole thing. You get part of it as you break part of the water wheel off. You throw basically part of the frame towards them. Make an attack roll. Just make a generic attack roll. You're gonna get +3 to the attack roll.
Okay, no problem. Let's do it.
Oh yeah. You throw it. You knock the knight off of his horse. The lady runs off. Now she gets away, leaving the knight behind as he falls off of the horse. The horse runs away. You have now dismounted the knight, who's now laying on the ground trying to get up after having part of the water wheel hit him and dismount him off the horse. With that, we're going to kind of fast
He
forward.
takes some damage from that.
Oh, yeah, he does. Roll a d10. We'll just say it's a d10. I don't know what a... 9 plus the 3 is 12. We'll say it's 12. All right, so yeah, that's enough to knock him off the horse. He falls to the ground. With that, we're going to kind of finish up the narration here. Solomon makes quick work of the wolves as Sigurd is running around the house, looking around, investigating everything. He does find some reagents under the table, and from where you are, you see a lot of gems and things of value sitting on the table. You can't quite get to it because you're 6 inches tall, but from your vantage point, you see them up there. You almost smell it. You almost smell that it's up there. With that, what is Ulfric doing?
Walking up to where Lyndon is and checking out to see if she's alive or dead or pretty much gone.
She's dead.
We need to burn her body before she comes back as something else that she shouldn't be. Though this is a foreign land, I'm sure it'll accept her.
Solomon looking over the body, he goes, if I could get her back to the town, there might be hope for her. I don't know. She's in bad shape. He looks over and goes, there's no pulse. It'd be quite hard to bring her back now.
Let's try anyway, and put me in your bag, Grimmer.
Grimmer,
I will pay whatever it takes.
Grimmer is still running after the knight that fell on the ground.
Yeah.
It would probably be better if you took her into town. We would not be welcome there. While we're here, let's
pause the role play for a second. Y'all are talking about what to do with Valdis. Grimmer is still on mission, as he is running towards this guy. He's standing up. You're closing in ground. You can make a leap. And go. Let's just do it. We're gonna do like a separated combat. So we're gonna go Grimmer. You're up versus the Knight. So Grimmer, you make your initiative roll, and then I'll make mine. So this is separated.
I got you.
You're kind of like on the back side of the house, away from everything. Holy cow, that's a 6. All right, yeah. So you leap up with your axes. Make your attacks. You'll be dual wielding.
Here we go. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Murder him!
That's gonna be 14 total.
So, oh, that's right. So you get an AC of 3. Being that he's
And
on the
knocked on the ground too.
Yeah, you get a bonus
That's plus
on that.
1, so I
Yeah,
believe that's
he's-
a 15 total.
He's prone.
15
Yeah.
total.
All right. So that does hit. So you do 8 damage to him.
Okay.
8 plus 3 is 11. So you did 12
And the
plus
second one
11.
missed.
So that's 23. Make your second attack. Holy cow! That's another 11. That's 34. You're just laying axes into him. You're like blood is coming. He rolls forward. He does manage to get his sword out. He's kind of fighting from the ground. He is going to make his attack. I want to be sure I pull this thing up here.
That second one missed, though, by the way. I just want to let you know that. I don't know if you calculated. The second one I rolled a 2.
Oh yeah, no, you did. You did miss. Sorry, you did. Okay,
Okay.
good catch.
Damn it.
No, you're fine.
The community would kill me if I let that slide.
No, you're fine. You're
I can't
fine.
have that
You're
on my
fine.
conscience.
I'm a little
I
discombobulated
don't want
because
to
of the
hurt the
lag here.
GM
All right.
later. No crabs. Oh, by the way, just real quick, watched a little bit of the House of Dragon.
Whoa,
Of course, the crab.
let's not get into that. All right. All right. He's gonna hit you back.
Okay. That's what I get for talking shit.
Take 7 points of slashing damage as it's basically you're standing up and he rolls back. He grabs his sword. He does uppercuts. He cuts it across your chest as massive blood starts hemorrhaging out of your chest. What are you at now?
Did we get a D12 rest like everyone else, or we didn't?
You did, yeah.
Did everyone else get a hit dice?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so let me just roll it. I had 6.
And
So
plus,
that already takes me to-
oh, sorry, you didn't roll your
So
deal.
hold on, I gotta roll my D12.
Oh,
I'm
this
sorry,
could
I didn't
matter.
know that everyone
This
got to
could
do
really
that.
matter. So you're at
Okay.
at 1.
So I will now be at 10. So I'm at 3 hit points.
3.
right
You're at
now.
3. You're at
Holy
3.
shit.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God.
Let's roll initiative again.
Oh no! Come on. I
Oh
need
dear.
this. Oh god, he might kill me.
Why?
This is it. He's going for blood. Come on, give me some.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Let's go.
No, you didn't.
Let's go. Yes.
All right. So now
You're
you'll
getting
get.
3 of them now.
You're gonna get 3
3.
attacks. Make your 3 attacks.
Hit him.
Sweet.
Kill him!
Baby hate
Kill
you.
him!
I'm gonna tell you, if you don't
All right,
kill
come
him,
on,
he'll
let's
kill
go.
you. This is holy cow. Yes, that's 10. That's 10. That's the first one. So you cut him back. Make another attack. He's still up. That one's gonna miss. Make the next attack.
There's a th-
Oh,
let's go.
no!
Roll D6.
Let's go. Come on, let's get
Holy
this D6
crap.
for Val.
Holy
This is for
crap.
Val. Let's get this D6 right
Nah.
here. Come on.
It's okay, so it's +2, but it's 5 plus 3. That's
Plus 2.
10. It's 43. Okay. You take that first axe, he goes to deflect your second attack. You come back with the third axe. When you do that, you catch him right in the face. It's like, and it cracks the helmet. Blood just starts pouring out from under the helmet as he falls down dead.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
Brimmer howls. Ah!
All right. With that, you've downed him. So you roll over. You see what looks to be what's left of his body. It looks like he's some type of Celt. You're not quite sure, but you do recognize some of the undergarments. And with that, we kind of move back into the role play as you come back, dragging the body of the one that you tracked down. The necromancer got away, but now you're standing over the body of Valdis. Now, as some time passes, Solomon says, well, we could bury her, or we could try to take her back to town and see if the priest there could do anything for her.
Vote for
You
option
must
2.
help her. she's brought me back from Valhalla's doorsteps many a time, and I don't feel that although the Valkyries would be honored to drink mead with her, I don't believe I'm a selfish person and I want my Val here with us. How far is the town from here?
It's a good 2 days. I don't know if we'll make it in time. He's looking over body.
I look at Ulfric.
I'm gonna start looking through the besides the gems and the jewels and see if they left any type of potion spell books, anything that may help Valdis at all.
You do find
like looking for any type of potion bottles.
You do find a couple of scrolls. You look over them. One looks like it was some way to like explode a skull or something. This one you find might actually be helpful. It's Speak with Dead.
Yeah, but I can't use it, can I?
You actually can. You can. They're necromancer spells, but you can read the scrolls. You can't put them in your spell book, but you could one time use them.
I'll just put them off to the side. Is there any potions or anything? Anything that I can make something to bring it back?
You do find a very large collection of gems.
I just kind of open my set.
Some of them look quite valuable. Like you see a couple of black pearls that are, pretty massive.
I take the pack that's full, the small sack that's folded in my backpack, and I just shove them all in there for now.
Okay.
And I check if there's anything else useful in this hut.
Okay. With that, you look about. You don't find much else. Solomon's looking over the body of Valdis, and he's kind of shaking back and forth. He goes, "I will hunt that witch down for this."
And who is this witch? Who is she?
It matters not. I will kill her soon.
That is fine, but who is she?
I do not know.
Grimmer now is basically squatted over Val, and he's like covered in viscera and just all the gross stuff. And he's whispering like things like soft, some prayers that he remembers her saying for Uller, and just kind of like stroking her hair and just kind of holding her hand and just like. He's very concerned about the situation that his friend is in, and his battle sister.
All right. So once everything is kind of put together, Solomon's looking over the body and goes, "I'm afraid there's just nothing else we really can do. I can bring her back to town for funeral rites. She should have a proper burial, or I don't know the traditions of your kind. If you'd rather bury her here.
We shall burn her in this hut and burn the hut down to the ground. This shall be her funeral pyre.
And a fine one it will be. I will help you with this, and I will hunt this witch down." And
I
go ahead.
I grab onto her and try and. I'm assuming he's gonna like grab her legs, or I'll grab her front, and then we'll just carry her in.
Mm-hmm. With that, you carry the body in with her shield, and you put her all in there together. Is there anything of her belongings that you wish to keep? Speaking to the party,
she shall be buried with her. She shall be buried with her shield and her holy symbol.
Funny part is that the shield's immune to fire.
Remember, that's how we found it. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Somebody else will find out.
Some poor
I don't want
soul.
nothing to do with it.
We'll find that poor shield. All right.
On Earth.
A point of reference. My holy symbol is valuable, so you might want to grab it.
I just wanted to grab it for sentimental reasons. It's not like Grimmer isn't particularly religious. This is actually going to make him even more, not trusting of the gods, because somebody of valor and somebody who's proved themselves to be, was stricken down by this and not able, you know what I mean? Like, this is just...
Yeah. So
I've heard a lot of people... Yeah.
So with that, let's move to the funeral pyre as The
Well,
three
hold
of you, yes, the purloiner, after an hour has
Well,
returned.
the purloiner's gonna take some stuff.
Is the
Let's
purloiner.
roll the body.
He comes back. This happens just. Is this happening while you're 6 inches or after your 6 inches are up?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm thinking about that shield because it is +3
It is
and
plus
it is
3.
fireproof.
It is.
Yeah.
But see, from what it doesn't look like it has a mind of its own, like to.
You
wouldn't know.
All
Your character would know.
You would not
is
know.
it is a magic shield, and it looks
And
pretty snappy.
Yeah, because she never said her shield was talking to her.
No, she didn't.
Nope.
I'm taking the shield. That's
Okay.
what's happening.
Oh,
As a memento to remember Valdus, you take the shield.
It's too good to just let it go. It's too good.
All right. So Grimmer takes the holy symbol of Amir to remember Valdus. You take the shield of the Shield Maiden to remember Valdus and all that it comes with. Ulfric, are you going to take something to remember Valdus by?
what do you got on you?
I think all I have left is my short spear.
I don't want that thing.
Yeah, because we didn't have any of our belongings with us.
That's okay.
Oh.
I'll keep all the jewels that I swiped up.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so you take the shield. You take. She's buried with her spear. Buried with her spear. You light the body aflame to make sure also it doesn't come back as something awful. The three of you with Solomon have this moment where you spend remembering Valdus and telling stories back and forth of her and your adventures and your raids. And through the night, the sky is lit with the embers of the fires. The entire house is now burned up, and it's just a beacon for the entire area. As morning comes, Solomon comes back and he says, "So I will track her, but it will be quite hard if she's on horseback. We will have to wait and track her at different means. I suggest we camp here for some time, regain our strength, head back to town, and search for answers."
Where is she going?
She's heading north on horse. We couldn't track her. We would never catch her on foot. But don't worry, I will definitely track her down. It's just we're not prepared to do so. The other horse also ran off. The one that was hit with the wheels. So y'all are left without horses.
Did the knight have anything cool on him?
Yeah, he had a full suit of plate mail. and a long sword.
And a wheel at one point was on him.
Right.
That was
the plate mail and the sword does have a slight odor of magical essence to it.
ooh,
It stinks.
smells of sorcery.
Yes. Yes, it reeks of sorcery. So maybe we can have I don't know. If he goes in, maybe we can trade some of those items to get us some provisions or some kind of items that he can bring back from town to us. Because we're not going to go back into town, right? Like, we don't want to call.
He wants to stay here for some time and live off the land for a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of fast forward, and we'll take some of this offline. We have a magic longsword and magic plate mail is what we have. I know we'll have to kind of divvy up who wants what. But you're going to spend the next 2 weeks here with Solomon. During that time, you kind of live off the land, you get to know him, and you rest, you heal, and more importantly, you train. He actually will teach the two of you, both Sigurd and Grimmer, sword play. He's trying to help you not just swing wildly, but actually learning form and something that will kind of help you on your journeys. During this time, also, Ulfric, as you were just kind of gathering and learning more, you do learn these 2 scrolls. They aren't things that you could feel comfortable putting into your book, but you do feel comfortable with these 2 spells. One-time use, but Speak with Dead and also Exploding Skull. Looking over the other different pages and things in there, you do begin to formulate maybe a new spell for you to cast, something to create in your book as well. Because I believe that we're going to have enough experience in this for all 3 of you, or 4 of you, when Leah rolls up her new character, to level up. So this will be the time that you train with Solomon and the mountains in Ireland, and learn your new spells and abilities. And after that 2 weeks of time of training, there is a night, a cold night, where a distant breeze kicks in, and a wind comes out of the north. It makes you all shiver in your sleep, and as you fall into sleep, you awake, and you find yourself back in Sharath. You return just where you were when you got here before, just a few weeks earlier here.
That was awesome.
And so now next week, we're going to have a game where these players will not be here. We're going to pick up and see what's been happening with our new player that's joining us. He'll be playing with Chris. And I guess he'll also be playing with Leah's new character. She will get to play next week. As the other 3 guys will sit out. So the bonus thing about dying is that, Leah, you get to play next week. As we introduce your character with our new players.
I'm off.
So there is a silver lining.
Segue for a new character. Yeah.
Perfect segue for a new character. So we'll roll that new character up. But in Hyperborea, death is on the table. And it is always difficult to get an entire party from level 1 to level 2. You generally will have a death along the way, and unfortunately, it was poor Valdis. But the legacy of her character will continue as the cursed shield has now moved over to the Purloiner. The Purloiner now has
AC is now 2.
Right, and you're gonna need it.
Sigurd, Oddkel.
Yes.
Oddkel? Sigurd.
Sigurd, Oddkel.
That's right.
You guys are.
You introduced them.
There's nothing better than a rogue who has a shield that taunts people towards him. It's just the best.
Romancing the shield. Oh, God.
All right, guys. So thank you.
Pool.
That's it. All right, so guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll pick up next week for episode 4, and we'll see what happens, and hopefully that party survives. We'll catch y'all next week.